There we go. Hi, Chihuahua. There we go. It's a little better light. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Welcome to Jeff, the unlicensed therapist, as I fancy up my shimmy there. There we go. That's working. That's working. I was doing a late night. Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I was doing a late night session over at Flappers Comedy Club, which is pretty close to me, working on a show that I'm going to be doing up in Ventura. Let me just plug this before we start the show. It's going to be at the Namba Performing Arts Space. It's going to be, when is it going to be? It's going to be the 18th, Saturday the 18th at 7 o'clock in Ventura at the Namba Performing Arts Space, 47 South Oak Street in Ventura. Check it out. It's going to be a great show. Also, headlining Flappers Comedy Club. If you're in Burbank, I'm going to be headlining Flappers Comedy Club on this Wednesday, 2 days from now. Shit. Yeah. Oh man, I got a busy day then. I'm gonna headline, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do this show at night. I'll let you know how the show went. How about that? So cool. So some good stuff there, and of course I'm doing another show. I'll keep you up to date as things move on. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's have a good time. Let's get into it. Let's see. There we go. Let me get this out of here. By the way, this is Jeff, the unlicensed therapist. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, I can answer them for you here. Now, remember, I'm an unlicensed therapist, so you got to take it all with a grain of salt. That being said, we're going to kick things off by going to my personal favorite site, even though I was doing Ann Landers before. Am I the Asshole? It's a great site. It really is. All right, here we go. Let's have a good time with it. Am I the asshole? You decide. And you can put in your comments and let me know what you think about the person. Or you can ask me questions. Friday, Wednesday's going to be crazy. Maybe Wednesday. We're going to do a show where I have a guest on. So if you want to be on the show, hit me up at jeffahern56@gmail. If you have a question, and then we'll do it live. We'll do like a split screeny deal. That's eventually where the show's going to go at some point. When? I don't know. Oh, it's a video game question. I'm going to say that your girlfriend definitely thinks you're the asshole, but you're not. Am I the asshole for falling asleep with my sister after playing video games? Let's get the ages and some more specifics. It's already sounding pretty creepy. I don't know if you're the asshole. You might be the pedophile. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Probably not. Let's be honest. All right. You might be. You might be, bro. Sorry. You might just be the asshole. Let me see. Let's hop into this. All right, let me share it. All right, and then we go here. And no. I want to share this. There we go. Share that and share that. Okay, here we go. All right, now you can see it. Everyone's got it. All right, good. So, am I the asshole for sleeping with my sister? Yeah, you creepy bastard. Hold on a second. Let me just do this before we start. I do have to get one ad in, and then we'll cut right to it. We'll find out if this guy's a pedophile or not. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, I'm just kidding. All right, parents, real talk for a second. America is about to hit a huge milestone, which is pretty awesome. We're coming up on America's 250th birthday. 250 years of freedom, grit, sacrifice, and the greatest experiment in self-government the world has ever seen. This is the perfect moment to help your kids understand why this country matters. Not just fireworks and hot dogs, but the story behind all of it. There's a free guide called The Kid's Guide to America 250th Birthday. And it's honestly a great way to introduce your kids to how America began, who the founding fathers were, what they risked, and why the ideas they fought for still matter today. This guide sends kids back to the moment when the brave men signed the Declaration of Independence, knowing full well they were risking their lives for freedom. It breaks it all the way down in a way kids can actually understand and enjoy without watering it down and turning it into boring schoolwork. If you care about raising kids who know where the country came from and why it's worth preserving, this is something you'll want to grab. And the best part, it's completely free. Wow. And with this special offer, all you have to do is just pay $2 for shipping and postage. Just head to freeusabirthday.com. That's freeusabirthday.com. And the Kid's Guide to America 250th Birthday for your kids today. There you go. That's all you have to do. Easy. freeusabirthday.com. America's story matters. Make sure the next generation knows it. More important now than ever, folks. That's freeusabirthday.com. All right. Let's get started on this thing here. I'm 34. Oh boy, you're old. Wait a minute. Wait, this is not at all what I thought. I was thinking you're you're like 18 and she's 12, some fucking creepy shit like that. Again, remember, I am an unlicensed therapist. I'll keep that in mind. Um, so I'm 34, male, and she's 36, female. Over to play video games together once every 2 or 3 weeks on a Wednesday night. Okay, yeah, I guess. So this is you and your sister. It's one of the highlights of my month. Okay, all right. Again, because of you guys sleeping together, it's creepy the way when you read it after you know that. We eat pizza and talk and just chill with my dogs after the pizza's put away. Is she a stepsister? Is this are we gonna some bounce? Usually we're done by 11 and she goes back home. Oh, you got a wife. Okay, that helps. My wife said she's fine with this. All right. And we invited her to play with us a few times. So your wife, I guess, plays video games too. Oh, or you two invited her to play, but she's not interested. Okay. My current problem happened last week. When I had my sister over, we did what we normally do, and we switched to watching a show after a little while. I'm not sure when, but we both ended up accidentally falling asleep. All right, nothing bad yet. I'm sure there will be. I've fallen asleep with her 100 times before, especially when we were teenagers, and I would watch shows in her room because she had a TV. Okay, so I didn't really think it was a problem. We got up in the morning, and she went home. My wife waited until she left. Well, that was nice of her to bring it up, since she had apparently seen us earlier that morning. She said that I was disrespecting her by not only having someone over that night without asking, but also by falling asleep with a woman who wasn't her. Okay. I get where she's coming from. The first one was fair. See, even you agree. I think I was definitely in the wrong. Okay. Even if there was an accident. Yeah. But the insinuation she was kind of making really pissed me off. It's just creepy, bro, a little bit. And we ended up getting into a pretty intense argument. We haven't really spoken since. Yeah, that is a pretty intense argument. My sister and mother both told me to just apologize and move on, but I still feel like I wasn't in the wrong. Is this the hill you want to die on, bro? How much do you love your wife? Is this the hill you really want to this is it? This is the one. This is your stand. This is your line in the sand. Me falling asleep with my sister. Just suck it up. Say you're sorry. And your wife's right. You shouldn't be, you should make it to your bedroom, your own damn bedroom. Here's the issue, and this is the underlying issue of all it. It's why your wife blew up at you with such intensity. She has been jealous of your relationship with your sister for a while now. It seems strange to her. It seems a little strange to me, I'll be honest. But you seem to have more closeness or want to spend more time with your sister than with her. You seem to, at least in this situation, share more common interests with your sister than you do with her. She's feeling a little left out. So rather than taking your grand stand, be a husband and reach out to her. Give the olive branch to her and show that you care about her enough to do that. If you don't, then you need to find a different wife, and she deserves a better husband, quite frankly. That's my opinion. I'll read the last sentence, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. My sister and mother both told me to apologize. They're right. But I still felt I wasn't in the wrong for accidentally falling. Who cares? Just apologize, you pussy. Just because she's a woman. It was a friend I could 100% understand, but it's my sister. Yeah, I just explained it to you. So there you go. Yes, you are the asshole. No question asked. Hands down, asshole. Yep, there you go. No, fuck that. I have a feeling, Pyromancer, that you have a lot of I don't know. I'll say emotional issues or baggage. You don't stay with women long. If you are married, it's probably not going to be that great. Maybe he needs a break from wifey. Well, that's what I think, Judith. I think you're more on the. I think Judith is a little more in tune than Pyromancer. Pyro's like, fuck that shit. I'm the man. I'm the boss. She's wrong. My way or the highway. You can do it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a free country. Does it result in a long, healthy relationship with anybody? No, it doesn't. Absolutely not. Hey, TV, good to see you. Judith, I think, is more in tune with this one, Pyro. Maybe he needs a break from wifey. Maybe he does. I mean, he obviously seems to like his sister more than her. He definitely does. Not start any fires with women. Yeah, I mean, you just don't want to do it. You're right, the truth. That's just stupid. All you have to do in this situation is apologize, understand where your wife is coming from, and it's that she's feeling disrespected. It's feeling that even though she doesn't think there's anything sexual going on, but she just thinks that, like, she wants the attention that you're giving your sister. She would like some of that put on her, and it just seems like a reasonable request. Doesn't it? I think it does. All right, there you go. All right, so there was the first one right out of the gate. We knocked that one down. Take that. Am I the asshole? All right, we'll keep rocking and rolling here. By the way, we haven't hit the like and subscribe button. I'm at 14,000. I could stand to knock that up a little higher. Here we go. A lot of marriage stuff tonight. It's not surprising. I'm a marriage and family therapist, unlicensed. Am I the asshole for doubting my marriage? I don't think so. Not just, some people do. Now that my husband admitted he's broke. Well, I mean, what do you mean admitted he's broke? There weren't any big red flags like the repo guy taking the car out of the driveway, him buying a lot of shit. And you're like, where are you getting that money? Him never sharing any of his paychecks or stubs with you, him making trips to Vegas. I'd love to know how this eluded you, because he's your husband. I mean, he does the books. Is that what I'm led to believe here? All right, here we go. Pyromancer, I really appreciate you. I tried to work with you, buddy, but you're just a fucking moron. I can't. Come on. This is I gotta have some kind of bar here, Pyro. Talking about vibrators. Yeah, I mean, well, actually, Pyro is probably like, I don't know if Pyro's even real. He's just some troll sitting in his underpants in his basement. But if you are a real Pyro, hope for the love of God, you're gonna have a lot of struggles. Teeth falling out. That's right. No, okay. I got you. I understand that. Yeah. You don't need the teeth falling out either. Anyway, let's get back. Here we go. Am I the asshole for down in my marriage now that my husband admitted he's broke? Hey, everyone. That was a nice greeting. I have a quick update. All right. I'm so grateful for all the comments, but I couldn't reply to everyone. The fact that you could reply to anyone is a little concerning. So I'll provide some context in the update. I'm surprised at the number of comments, but I appreciate. Okay, cut to the chase. To clarify a few things, we have a joint account. Here we go. Yeah, a joint account. So you should know what's going on there, where he was transferring his share. All right, his share. However, we agreed to keep our finances separate. I did that with my ex-wife. Okay. Anyway. But if it works for you, it works for you. It worked for us until she became my ex-wife. We tried it for like a week. It didn't work. We shouldn't have worked. We shouldn't have tried the marriage as long as we did. That's another story. Let's get back to it. All right. I decided to have a serious conversation with him, requested proof of several discrepancies. You're like, you're auditing him now. Yeah, don't blame me. Apparently you don't trust him at all. He got upset at first, of course, but I stood my ground. It was either that or break up. Okay. So this is a serious audit. We've only been married a few months. Jeez. And I'm not going to carry a dead weight. Okay. So yeah, just get divorced. You're calling him a dead weight. Just divorce him. And I don't think much of you, lady. You're calling him a dead weight. I know, TV. You're calling him a dead weight. You're what do you say? 3 months into the marriage, and you're already calling this poor guy a dead weight. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. An actual wife who was in love with her husband would probably say something along the lines of, what can we do? How can we work this out? You're not making any money right now. What are you good at? What kind of jobs can we try and get you? I can pick up the slack for a bit. And as long as they're really willing to work with you and be part of the process of you growing as a couple, you got a chance. You got a really good chance. But when you just view him as he's just dead weight because he doesn't have money anymore, you're as bad. I think you're worse than he is. Honestly, I don't know what his deal is, but let's find out. Let's find out about your dead weight partner. Although you seem like you're pretty dead weight too. Anyway, unlicensed therapist. He has issues with the IRS. Okay, because his brother stole his identity and opened a business. So it sounds like it wasn't his fault in other states. So his brother's allowed too. There are I shouldn't say too. His brother's allowed. There are also serious problems too. That's not a serious problem. And I spoke with a lawyer, an accountant, and 2 exes of the brother. Jesus, you're like a fucking like a one woman investigation unit. I was upset because I told him I needed to start fixing the problem, not just wait. He got upset when we met with the lawyer and accountant to create a plan. That's when I told him I couldn't continue with him on these terms. All right. I understand that he's going through a tough time, so I'm leaving him. And I'm here to support him. Just not now. But I can't take over his problems while he sits around. He's sitting around, he said. You ever think he's like a little despondent because his brother stole his fucking identity? Wow, you're a peach. So much for in sickness and in health. Either he takes responsibility and gets things done, or I'm leaving. It's not the money that bothers me. It's his attitude. All right. Yeah, enough of this lady. She's annoying. I can't believe this is her second round in. I don't know. I think she's the asshole. So that's two for two assholes in a row. Did she get married in Vegas? Exactly. That's the convenience tax break. Yeah. I don't I understand couples like this who get married in the first place. You know, like when you're, I mean, I can understand you'd be like, okay, maybe you're 10 years, 15 years, 20 years in, and you've built up this animosity over time to the point you just fucking hate the person. I'm an unlicensed therapist, but it's true. And they're like, I fucking, dead weight, but I'm stuck with them. Dead weight, I hate being with dead. That's the kind of, that's like something you that builds up over time. It shouldn't be 3 months deep in the honeymoon stage still of a marriage. Did you have a honeymoon? Maybe they honeymoon in Vegas. Maybe that's what they did. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Her first marriage. Yeah, that she probably fucking that guy probably took her for a ride, and so now she's she's like, no deadbeats. No, like I don't know. Did the guy just put the shine on her? I wonder how he bamboozled her, or how she married him in the first place? How could she have just found out in the last couple months about all these financial issues? How could she have just now found out about the brother who stole his identity? There must have been some carrot in there that he had, like maybe his family's got money or something. I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't dating. Anyway, all right, let's keep rocking and rolling. Or he's dead. Yeah, he might be underground. It's true. She needs to go on Springer. Yeah, she would be perfect for Springer Truth. You're absolutely right. They want glorified Sweet 16. Yeah, when did they get married? It's possible. Yeah. Well, did they say the age? I don't think they did. Let me see. No, they didn't. All right. Am I the asshole for respecting my friend's boundaries? You're the asshole a little bit for being like, oh, am I the asshole for respecting their boundaries? Like, what kind of stupid? The way you phrase the question makes you an asshole. You could ask it, did I respect my friend's boundaries? I thought I did, but am I the asshole for respecting boundaries? You're a little pompous. Maybe you're not an asshole, but let's find out. Let's do this together. Are you ready? Okay, I am. Okay, what's going on here? There we go. Okay. All right. Am I the asshole for respecting my friend's boundaries? Look at this is a long one. I might just skip it. Let me see, how long is this fucking thing? War and Peace. Come on, folks. Let's be a little tighter. Oh, she's 18 too. Oh, brother, she's a handful already. This is a little weird since it's my first ever post on Reddit. Anyway, 3 weeks ago at the beginning of March. Yeah, okay. I, female 18, said something that hurt my friend, female 18's feelings. How it went down, we were two 18-year-olds. Ugh, do I really want to hear about two 18-year-olds having a high school spat? All right, why not? Okay. How it went down, we were talking about something. Thanks for giving us so much information. Then she misheard me about what? You didn't tell us. Thinking I had said that I brought a blunt to school. So you're like in fucking high school. I found this funny and joked back saying, no, bro. All right. What are you, Armenian? I live in Glendale. So bros, that's the most common word maybe in Armenia, but certainly in Glendale. I got scholarships to worry about. She countered with one of those blow off size people do. All right. I'm already fucking bored of your little drama. Let's skip to where the end. I keep trying to think back to maybe something I did. Our friendship was strong up to this point, and quite literally, it's torturing me. My aunt just said she's busy, but I don't know. Yeah, I just don't care. There's very few where I'm like, but it's just like, meh. It's like two teenagers like, man, she doesn't like me. She's being mean to me. You're 18. You have no clue. Maybe I should have like a cutoff for the ages of these. Like, hey, the truth, much obliged. Just in them whining, Just whining about nothing. Yeah, she's a doucher. You're right, Judith. Yeah, thank you. That was the vibe I was getting. I'd like to give her a chance, and then I'm just like, I can't read through this. She said, teen angst, friggin' melodrama. Now, when there's real meat and potatoes out there, a bloody doucher. Yeah, she is. Now, is that English? Are you English, or you just mean like actual blood? Either way, it's fine with me. All right. By the way, in case you didn't know, I lived in England for 2 years. 2 years I lived there. Walton-on-Thames, Surrey. That's right. Am I the asshole for canceling my nephew's vacation as requested by their mom? Probably. What's the one above that? Am I the asshole for telling my daughter she's not going to marry a billionaire? Yeah, you're an asshole. Well, I mean, first off, you created a daughter whose, I guess, goal is to marry a billionaire, which is fucking kind of sad. I mean, what happened to women empowerment, making your own money, She's what do you send her down the sex tape route, the Kim Kardashian route, the OnlyFans route, and then she marries some fucking rich dude looking for his third or fourth trophy wife. So his parents, not a great job there. Um, so telling her she's not going to marry a billionaire. I don't know. Let's get into this. I 47. All right, have a bit of a problem. I have a daughter, 20, female, and my whoa. Oh, male. Okay, 47 male. All right, so he's a dude. I have a daughter, 20, female, and my wife is 46. Age appropriate wife. Look at you. Look at you. That's a good start. It's a decent example. Maybe she's even your first wife. She isn't my daughter's biological mother. Wah, wah. That's all right. But has been there all her life since she was 13. So you did get divorced. Okay, that's fine. I'm divorced. Her mother and I divorced when she was 12 due to her alcoholism. Your daughter's? I'm kidding. Obviously, it's your wife's. For about a year now, my daughter has gotten it into her head that she'll marry a billionaire. Now she's 20. Again, man, this is kind of on you. That this is her life plan. That this is how I make money. This is how I make my mark in life. This is how I am of service to others. I'm going to marry a billionaire. All right. You're right. You're not wrong. The chances are slim. She's, what is she, 20? She's already almost over the hill for most of these Epstein Island billionaires anyways. What? Yep. There's a reason that list hasn't been released, folks. There's a reason it hasn't been released. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it is. It's become the evolutionary route for females, and it's kind of sad. It is I won't say all females, but way too many. The whole OnlyFans thing, and I'll just marry some fucking old rich guy and wait for him to die. Anyway, for about a year now, my daughter's gotten into her. She's going to marry a rich billionaire. I don't need to put rich and billionaire, and he didn't even write that. He just put billionaire. He wrote it better than I said it. And that it will be the only way that she can be happy in life. Oh, that's fucking pathetic. So prostitution is literally the only way she can be happy in life. Now, this is your daughter. You got to take some responsibility for this monster that you've created. And she's 20. And she's probably hot. If she plans to get a billionaire, she better be really fucking hot. Because when you're in a shallow, superficial relationship, that's what matters. Just looks and how are you in bed, and are you willing to let other people come on down a la Price is Right style. That's what's involved. They don't care about your morals. They don't care about your education. They don't care about any of that. How do you look, and are your fake boobs perky? So yeah, you gotta ask yourself, where did I drop the ball there, and how do I fix the mess that I made? Because you did make the mess, and you telling her she's not going to marry a billionaire is not the way to fix the mess. It's just gonna probably dig her high heels in, and I'm gonna show him. Oh, maybe he's only a millionaire, but I'll wait till I'll get a millionaire first, and then I'll divorce him for a billionaire. I'll meet him at a party of the millionaires. Yeah. Your daughter. Oh my God. All right. So that's the only way she can be having life. I can only speculate that she got this idea from social media. Why you didn't monitor that when she was growing up? She's not doing great in school at the moment. Yeah, well, her plan is to marry some rich dude and whore herself out. I assume an OnlyFans page is in her very near future. I'm sorry to say. And all she talks about is marrying a billionaire. Now she thinks she can meet one. A lot of guys will take advantage of her and just, I'm a billionaire. Look at my rented Ferrari. What type of a house they'll have, and how she'll have a private jet. Okay, so she's like really delusional. This is one where I'd love to see a picture. I'll give you her chances right now. Send me a photo. But my guess is, she's probably attractive, but not that attractive. And she's trying to take the steps to make this happen. A boob job, I assume, which has me worried. I found out she has, for example, spent time in hotel lobbies and bars having a drink, trying to pick up older guys. Yeah, she's a fucking escort. She's an escort in training. She's a prostitute. Your daughter is I don't know. There's no one nice way to say this. Your daughter is a prostitute. She's getting married or looking for something purely based as a financial transaction. Doesn't care what walks through the door as long as its pockets are ballooned out with lots of $100 bills. And you've created a monster, unfortunately. And it's not always your fault. I don't know how you brought her up, but this shit doesn't usually happen in a vacuum. Mind you, we do not come from poverty, and she's never experienced financial insecurity, but we're definitely not billionaires. Yeah, okay. Yeah, easy does it, buddy. My wife has a brother who's very well off, and my daughter's actively, is she trying to hook up with her uncle? Wouldn't put it past her. has actually tried to get closer to him and his family in the pursuit of wealth. Oh my God. Talk about it. I was joking about the gold digger singing the Kanye West song. This is the one I should have saved the Kanye West song for. Look at her go. Look at this go, gold getter, gold getter go. Yeah, she's narcissistic too. I agree. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, TV Green. JeffAaron56 at gmail.com. Yeah. She is already lost. Like, truth, how do you fix that? How do you fix that? Like, I mean, she's gone. She's trying to go to the brother's house to meet up with rich guy. She's hanging out in nice hotel bars, just like, so she sits there. I mean, I guess like when you're really that rich and you go to these bars, you must be able to spot these chicks a mile off, these gold diggers. She's like, oh, yeah, you seem really cute. Want to come to my room? Bing, bong, boom. Hey, thanks. See you never. I'm telling you, she's an escort waiting to happen. She's a prostitute right now. Let's be honest. I guarantee she's already slept with some people for money. Anyway, let's keep going. The plot thickens. The bra gets bigger and the plot thickens. She has pulled similar stunts with other friends and family who have even a bit more lavish lifestyle. Wow. Get them knee pads out. She also tried to message or massage. Which one is it? Massage some of my own work. No, message some of my own work associated who are in more glamorous positions at work than I am. All right. I had to find out from them after they shared what my daughter has been sending them on LinkedIn and other platforms. She's been sending suggestive stuff to them. Oh my God, dude. Oh, she's fucking bad. You're fucked, dude. I don't know how you fix it. She's not even a teenager anymore, so you can't even bring her in for counseling. She's an adult, if you will. Holy crap. She also wrote a book when she was 16 and made it quite successful even. But something has happened that has made her so obsessed with money, and I have no idea what it is. Most of these kids, you could say, okay, it's social media, but you got to step in. And the time to step in was, 16, 17, 18. I think you've missed the boat on this one. You're going to have to wait for her to hit bottom and then hope she has a come to Jesus moment, which I don't know she will. She's temporarily staying with us for some weeks. She's looking for a new apartment. No sugar daddies yet. And for the last 4 or 5 days, this entire time has had her so depressed that she hasn't gone out of bed and keeps crying because she doesn't have the billionaire boyfriend husband and has to stay in places that are not as glamorous as she. Yeah, she's a freak show. She's a narcissist. She's insanely shallow. Wow. She wakes up sobbing in her room because she's not married to a millionaire. I mean, yeah, you got to get her some help, man. This is like tough love time. You got to be like, listen, you need help. You need a therapist. You got to go. I will let you stay here. You dangle a carrot in front of us, a little bit like, I'll introduce you to some rich friends, whatever you got to do, but you got to get her help. You got to get her treatment. She needs a psychiatrist. She needs a team of psychiatrists. And even then, I don't know if you're going to fix this. This is a fucking mess. Get an unlicensed therapist, maybe your mom lives in poverty. Maybe the divorced mom. You don't know. There's a lot of key data missing here. Like I'd love to know more about her mom. I'd love to know more about. She said the mom was an alcoholic, but what was the mom about? Was the mom very money obsessed? Yeah, but yeah, better be a golden carrot. You're right. You're right. The truth. Yeah, bronze ain't gonna cut it with a diamond tip, and then that vibrates. Who said that? Who am I? I forgot the other guy who I kicked off. All right, here we go. This is a long one too, but it's interesting. It's sad. It's really sad. It's just kind of like a real sad testament of the state of society, just in general. This one, But let's yeah. I tried talking to her. I've tried the loving approach, comforting her and telling her that one day she'll find someone who loves her as much as I do. Okay. It hasn't been good enough. No, she's obsessed with money. She said, and she'll say nasty things like, yeah, but it'll probably be broke, so I don't care. Wow, it's really fascinating. I never heard of anyone this obsessed with money. I mean, I know they're out there. It's like she's like a Mr. Krabs, but much less likable, Maybe that's who she needs to marry, Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. Then I took a more direct approach. I think the direct approach is the way to go. And I told her there's only one very tiny fraction of the population who are billionaires. Most of them tend to marry each other or are already married. So statistically, the odds of a billion. Now, I mean, that's not, hitting her with facts. She'll be like, I'm going to be the difference. I'm going to be the one. Someone has to get to marry a billionaire. It's going to be me. I'm going to be the next Lauren Sanchez, who went from a millionaire to a billionaire. Woo! That's not going to work. Again, she's just going to dig her high heels in. You have to hit her with, what's the matter with you? Because she's broken. Forget broke. She's broken. What's the matter with you? Why is the only thing you care about money? Why would you sleep with some old fucking pig, some 60, 70, 80-year-old disgusting fat slob who's got $1 billion but beats you or treats you poorly but gives you money? Why is your self-worth so low? What did I do wrong? Where did we go wrong? Were you abused at some point? You get it fucking in her. Get in her and find out what's wrong. Telling her, hey, well, the statistics of billionaires, it's a very unlikely probability based on your Mr. Spock. I know you're trying, dude, but you got to find out what is actually going on with this girl. She needs a psychiatrist. And again, even then, she's so far gone. Damn. My wife thought I was being an asshole. You're trying at least. I'd like to know what the wife's doing about it. I mean, is the wife, is the wife very, here you go. You talk about this, and I used to, I sold cars briefly. I was an automotive sales trainer. I sold for, I think, 3 months at Beverly Hills BMW. And you would, oh my God, Beverly Hills, this is where this is all made. I remember this, I was there my second or third week, and this guy comes in with his daughter. And yeah, definitely sociopath, next step criminal. Yeah, she's going to be embezzling money. She'll have the next hospice, Judith. She'll have the next hospice. But yeah, so I'm at Beverly Hills BMW, and this guy comes in with his daughter, and he's buying her I don't know, a 5 or I don't know, an M something, a nice car, $80,000 car or something like that. And he's buying it for her, and I wasn't selling it to him. I was just kind of watching from the side. I'm like, I'm talking to one of my buddies, and I'm like, hey man, that's great. I mean, these people have so much money. Look at this. Her dad's buying her this car, And he looks at me, and he just like fucking idiot. He's like, that's not her dad. I'm like, oh, oh, okay, I get it. I see what's going on here. I get it. But then I had another guy come in, like a family. They weren't with their kid, but they were going to buy their kid a car. But they wanted this was I was actually at an auto show, and this time I worked for every manufacturer. I was working for Hyundai. I was at an auto show, and a guy and his wife come over, very nice couple, and they come over to me and they're talking about their daughter, and like, we want to get our daughter a car. She's 17. We want to get her a car, but we don't want to get her, like a BMW or Mercedes. We want to get her something so she really, we'll value the car more, or just, we just don't want to spoil her, and so we want to get her like one of these, yeah. And then at some point during the conversation, I'm like, well, this is a great car here. I'm describing, I don't know, some Hyundai. It was a good car. It was like XG or XG 300. I forget the name of it. But this is a nice car. It's great. I mean, I'm talking about all the features. And then the guy thinks I'm trying to sell him one. For him, he's like, well, no. I wouldn't drive one of these. And I'm like, well, bro, I wouldn't drive this. Because his issue was, she's very cash obsessed. She's very status obsessed. And it's like, well, where does she get that from? You just told me who she got it from. Oh, well, I wouldn't drive one of these. Please. It's so beneath me. I wouldn't drive one of these. Where do you think your daughter learns it? She learns it from you, Dad. I learned it from you. It's like those drug commercials. So I feel like that there's a lot of fucking designer labels floating around that house, and a lot of, hey, don't value money for money's sake. And yet, the message is different. The actions are different than the words. They don't quite line up. Yeah. So here we go. Let's get back to this. All right. So he's been edited. There you go. Reach out to therapist. You need to, bro. You fucking need to. My wife does be an asshole situation. Okay. And the situation is getting so on top of her that it's affecting her academic performance. Look, her plan is to be a prostitute. Why is she going to study history and econ? Come on. Well, maybe econ. That might actually help her. It means something needs to be done. This cannot be healthy long term. It's not healthy short term. Plus, her trying to talk to older men is just dangerous. And I really worry she's going to end up hurt. She's going to end up a whore. She kind of already is. So am I the asshole for this approach? Yeah, well, you got the wrong approach. The approach isn't, hey, the chances of this happening are very infinitesimal. Here, let me show you the numbers on the chart. The approach you need is, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you acting this way? Why are you so divorced from any kind of human connection and make everything about a financial transaction or a label? Or that's the discussion you need to have. Now, the question is, can you come at that from a place of authority, or are you the enabler, if you will? Are you the creator of the monster? Who created the monster? That's what I want to know. You, your wife, your ex-wife, or friends, social media? Either way, the green-eyed monster is there, and it's all she wants is money. Here, so he edits it here. I reached out to the therapist. I'm also going through my daughter's social media at the moment. All right, you may not want to do that. Thanks for the $1,000 for, which is all public. Okay. I'm going to try to find any glaring red flags that may put her in danger. Thanks, everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Edit again. It hasn't been many hours since my initial post, but honestly, I'm trying to process everything, and I think this will help me. Okay. At some point, okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Speaking of this is so long. I'm almost done with this one. But yeah, this girl's screwed. Speaking of, instead of writing this long fucking diatribe about your daughter and your guilt, why don't you talk to your daughter instead of spending so much time on your computer? She's probably in the other room while you're typing all this shit on Reddit. Why don't you just go talk to her? Speaking of, many people have blamed me for enabling my daughter. I'm one of them. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. Yet I have paid for her studies or ran her track. Yeah, you enabled her. Absolutely. Now that I just read that, yeah. She wants to go abroad to see her cousin. She's close with. Yeah, you created the monster, bro. And who I believe is an excellent role model. She's a successful woman. Yeah, you didn't mean to create it. You didn't try to create it, and yet you created it. It's the danger of giving, your words not matching your deeds or actions. You're the guy who wouldn't drive the Hyundai. One, and they're good cars. They really are. One that I didn't check through TikTok, Instagram, and multiple profiles. She always follows herself. She was supposed blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm done, dude. Look at this freaking thing. Look how long this is. This is all time you could have spent opening up your I assume, office door in your nice, very nice house, in a very nice zip code, and walking over to your daughter's equally palatial, probably rooms, and having a heart to heart with her, and go listen. And first, before you do that, you got to examine yourself. You got to be like, oh my God, I created this monster. How have I created it? Well, my own obsession with status, my own obsession with designer labels, my own obsession with putting down people who make less money than me, my own obsession. And then you got to come to her with that. You listen, you got to be like, I was wrong about it all. And if you don't believe that, then don't expect your daughter to change. It's really on you, bro. You created you created this. I just need more coffee. They are great. Listen, I will talk at length, ad nauseum about Hyundai. I fucking love Hyundais. I had a Hyundai Santa Fe. I worked for Hyundai for 10 years. In addition, I worked for BMW, worked for Audi. I've worked for, never Acura, Toyota, worked for Jaguar. I worked for Fisker, which made the car. I mean, I've worked for a lot of manufacturers, BMW. And Hyundai makes a great car. They make a great car, very reliable. They had the 100. I'm doing a pitch for Hyundai. Should be getting paid. They get the 100,000 mile warranty, which is terrific. 50,000 bumper to bumper, 100,000. We had a Santa Fe that was great. And then Kia is also Hyundai. So when this Santa Fe finally cacked out around 160,000 miles after one too many accidents from my ex, we got a Kia. Same exact thing. We got a Kia Sorento, which is the Kia version of the Santa Fe. It was a great car. My wife got that in the divorce, my ex, and I bought myself a Cadillac DTS. An old one, but I love it. It's a V8. I don't love it now. I live in California. I still love it. I live in California. The gas prices are just astronomical. I think the cheap gas now is $5.50 a gallon. $5.69 if you use a credit card. All right, let's get back to the nitty gritty. But yeah, I like Hyundai. I like Hyundai. I like Kia. And then they have their own luxury, like Hyundai has Genesis now, which, it's a good brand. Low maintenance Koreans. Yes, low maintenance. I paid nothing in maintenance for those cars. Outside, the basic oil changes, real basic shit. And as long as you did the basics on it, your warranty held up. I love those cars. I have no problem with it. Yeah, I like Caddy. So my Caddy leaks oil, but like every Caddy leaks oil. At least the DTS is the older Cadillacs. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. But yeah, I love that fucking car. By the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. Don't be a stranger to the like and subscribe button. It really is fun. Everyone loves to press like and subscribe, or at least subscribe. Right. Okay. Let me clear my gullet. Yeah, it's a comfortable car. I mean, we can talk about anything on the show. Really, this show is based on the chat and the conversation. But yeah, I love my fucking. It's an '08 Cadillac DeVille DTS, and I love it. It's just it's awesome. And then I have old cars. I don't have a lot of. I lost a lot of money in the divorce. And I have a '03 VTX, Honda VTX motorcycle, 1800 that I friggin' love. That bike is amazing. It's just great. And I remember when I knew I was getting divorced, I bought a motorcycle, didn't tell my ex. I just wanted it. And I'm like, I'm getting a motorcycle. Yeah, and I remember I hid it in the garage, which was a terrible idea. My wife never went in, my ex never went in the garage. So I had it in the garage. It was just kind of jammed, wedged in there. It's a big ass bike. And I remember once, I don't remember why, she said, I got to get something out of the garage. I'm like, I'll get it out of the garage. She's like, by the way, this is what you should not do in a marriage, but the marriage is already fucking well over at this point. She goes, oh, no, I got to get out of the garage. I'm like, I'll get it out of the garage. She's like, no, I'll get it out of the garage. Now she's suspicious. She's like, why can't I get it out of the garage? So I'm like, I'll get it out of the garage. So I'm like, oh, fuck. So now she's come out and she's like standing behind me. I'm like, fuck. So I'm unlocking the garage. It's like, you're about to, it's all over. The game's over. The jig is up. I'm on, it's a big master lock. I take the master lock off. I'm not even looking at her. And I just put the garage up. There's this fucking huge Honda VTX 1800. It's like an 800, 700 pound bike. And I look back at her. She just looks at the bike and then walks outside. That's why I'm an unlicensed therapist, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, there you go. All right. Am I the asshole for canceling my nephew's vacation as requested by their mom? No. No, it's their mom, right? Don't the parents have some rights, even if they're shitty parents, right? I feel like you're not in the wrong here by any stretch. Am I wrong? Am I wrong or what? What's going on? Why is this not working? What? Stuff that's supposed to work doesn't. Stuff that doesn't. Okay. The child's obsession with marrying the billionaire might be an attention-getting attempt to get daddy's attention, which worked. Yeah, that's another angle. I like that angle. It's a good angle. Yeah, maybe that is it. Maybe she's just trying to get her dad's attention. But I feel like the fact that she's crying, she's definitely like in need of attention, for sure. Any attention. But ideally from a billionaire. Do you want some attention from some clock punching dummy? Forget it. No. And not even a million. I don't even want a million. I got to be a billionaire. Oh, what a she's going to be rough. All right, let's rock and roll, folks. I'm hitting this. I haven't done this one. This is a new one from Rumble, but I love Rumble, so I will do any ad Rumble sends me. Here's a little inside scoop that many creators are talking about behind the scenes. It's actually one of the reasons I'm using Rumble. I do friggin' love Rumble. Everybody knows that. They made a way to super chat creators so we get paid immediately and without fees, which is awesome. YouTube and Twitch take up to 50% fees when you tip creators. This method takes none. That's right. The platform takes zero fees. I keep nearly 100% of what you send me, so I love it. You can super chat with Bitcoin, Tether, US dollars, or even Tether Gold stable coins. The tip will show up directly on the Rumble chat, which I'll do my best to read, and I will read it. And all you need to do is download the Rumble wallet on the App Store and send the tips to your favorite creators. This guy. You can go to Rumble Wallet, or rather, sorry, let me get it right. You can go to wallet.rumble.com, wallet.rumble.com, or you can download the app directly from the app stores. Seriously, this is an amazing way to get rid of the middleman and help the creator economy, like me. So shout out to Rumble for making this disruptive technology. Thank you, Rumble. Rumble rocks, Rumble rolls. Rumble's the best, man. They were, again, I always tell people, they were doing freedom of speech when it wasn't fashionable. Well before. There you go. There you go. Thank you for putting that up. Appreciate you. Bipolar. Yeah, maybe bipolar too. Yeah, she's crying. Oh, man, she is a creation of the father, though. She is a creation of the father. Like, even when the father's trying to defend himself, he doesn't come off good. You're like, it was your fault. All right. Am I the asshole for canceling? Let me make sure I've shared this. Yeah, good. Am I the asshole for canceling my nephew's vacation as requested by their mom? I don't see how. If the mom requested it, it's your nephew. Guess my nephew's vacation. I don't know. Let's read. My brother's divorced from the mom of my two nephews. All right. It's mostly amicable, but sometimes stuff goes sideways. Fair enough. My brother has been depressed about his marriage ending the way it did. His ex, Fern, you gonna use her real name? It seems like you are. Maybe it's made up. It's probably real. His ex, Fern, left him for a pastor from their church. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's pretty nuts, man. Wow. She went to confession one too many times, and now she needs to go again, obviously. Anywho, so she left him for the church. Is this even a real one? Is this actual? Is this made up? I've been trying to help as much as I can. My husband and I watch the boy so he can work. Man, that's a real kick in the teeth. Way to go, pastor. Hope he's not still a pastor. That sort of thing. That sort of thing. He picks him up when he's done with work, and he spends time with him on the weekends. Yeah, he's very depressed, obviously. I think he's doing his best. His ex has them after school care when she has custody. She also had us watch them on her custody weekends. Okay, well, depending on considering what a hussy she is, it might be the best for the kids. She doesn't have extended family. Again, unlicensed therapist. Extended family in our city. My husband and I don't mind since our nephews are close in age to our kids, so they play like hellions together. Sorry for the long setup. Well, thank you for the apology. My brother finally started dating again. It's been 5 years, and I'm ecstatic. His girlfriend, Donna, is a medical professional, makes a good living. She's pretty smart, very kind. I like that. Good. I'm glad he rebounded with someone who's not going to ditch him for the fucking church pastor. We've had her over to the house, and she clearly adores the boys. They are affectionate towards her. That's great. Wow, they're getting her a mom who cares more about them than her abandoning the family. And their affection towards her and obviously comfortable towards her in their lives. And Donna and my brother have always been together for a year now. This sounds good so far. For spring break, the plan was for the four of us to take the kids to Orlando for the week. My brother had to switch stuff with his ex to get the week's custody. I'm right there with you. My ex demands I give her 6 months notice for any kind of vacation. Just side note, we'll talk about how crazy my ex is. This is a show where we share. So here's what happened. This is all her doing, this 6 month thing. I'm like, a month, 2 months is plenty for a vacation notice. 6 months, who the hell plans it out that far? Psychopaths. So she goes, hey, I want to take him on vacation. I'm like, okay, when do you want to go? She goes, like July. But I'm like, oh, that's unfortunate. That's only 5 months notice, like 5 months in a week. You need at least 6 months per your own thing in the divorce. That's a shame. But if you'd like, we could change that in the divorce to, only 2 months notice or 1 month notice, and then you could take them. So I'm like, this is a slam dunk. This is a full house. This is a royal flush. She's going to agree to it. She can't be this stupid to not agree to this and botch her own vacation. And she says, no. We're not, we won't, I don't want to do it. I'm like, all right. It's like, you're on roll. I'm like, what's the matter with you? I couldn't believe it. I thought I had her dead to rights. She's going to change it. Now, to me, I take him to the national parks and I get it in 7 months early, because I have to, but it's just it's ludicrous to me. So like, we've been divorced. This will be the second year we've had this cockamamie, vacation thing in effect. This will be my second vacation with him. She has yet to take one with him because she set up this insanely long, warning period that I told her she could overdo or redo if she wanted. No. She's gonna fight with herself. Anyway, okay. That's a side note. That's once in a while I gotta get my own stuff out, right? How's the Nun Report doing? The Nun Report, he was out. I saw him. He did a show recently. Hopefully Dan's still doing great or doing good, right? All right, good. I just want to be sure. I'm glad to hear. Hey, none. There's the none report. 14 games home, recovering. Good. Well, I saw your show. What was it? 2 days ago. What was it? It was a Friday show, but it was good to see you back in action, brother. All right, here we go. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Now that I've gotten all my I got a vent too. Well, everybody gets the vent on my show, especially in the chat. Yeah, she is a control freak. That is a great description of her, Judith. My ex is a control freak. And it's I don't know, it's just crazy. It's she's legit crazy. No, come on. I'm trying to stop this. Like I'm trying to not say things where my son might tune in and be like, "Did you call mom crazy again?" Yeah, I kind of did. All right, so I'm gonna try and be a good boy. I'm gonna be a good boy and not do that anymore. All right, here we go. I got something else here. Now I have a fiance, and she's amazing. She's the polar opposite. Big surprise, polar opposite of my ex. She's friggin' awesome. She's just the best. I don't know how else to describe her. You know how I describe this? Oh, I can't do this one. I was going to do an ad, but I can't do it, so I won't. My brother finally started dating again. We talked about that. We talked. Okay, here we go. So for the spring break, I gotta do this. I could talk about my ex making me angry. For spring break, the plan was for the four of us to take the kids to Orlando and switch stuff to get the week's custody. It was all arranged. See, my ex would never go for that. I would never be able to switch anything. Then we had a work emergency. He's basically going to be at work for the next month. Damn. It has to do with what's going on in the oil business right now. Okay. Well, there you go. We talked it out, and the three of us could be taking the kids. We communicated this to his ex. She went ballistic. She threatened to go to court. Is this my ex-wife? This could be my ex-wife. This sounds exactly like everything's a court threat with her. She's threatening to go to court if we took the kids out of state without their father or her. Yeah, she's a piece of work, huh? She wanted to uninvite Donna and bring her instead. Oh my God. No, you were not the asshole in this. Good for you. Cancel those vacation plans because what a horrible woman. She friggin' leaves your brother for a pastor. Yeah, it sounds a lot like my ex didn't leave me for a pastor, but the way they operate, the control freak nature of both of them is very similar. Okay, so we canceled the boys' flight and park pass. It sucks for the kids, doesn't it? Like, who suffers this? This is just the kids suffer because of the insane ego on his ex-wife, the narcissism. That's a shame. Makes me sad. This one actually makes me sad because the ones who suffer are the kids. We're all stuck. We're going to go to Disney World. Nope, don't think so. Our kids each get a bedroom in our suite now. Donna is still coming with us. Good. She booked weeks in advance. All right. Now Fern is pissed because she thought we would cave. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. She thought she was getting a free vacation. Instead, she's going to have her kids, and she's going to have to do something with them. And it's not going to be a fun Disney vacation. And she's going to make them sit in front of the TV while she bitches and moans about her ex. Anywho, she thought she was getting a free vacation or a child-free week. Now she gets neither. Good. I still again feel bad for the kids though. She is called trying to change her mind, but we said we would need legal documents. Guarantees the chick coverage. Yeah, that's how I do it with my ex. Like she's like, well, now it's okay. I think I could do it. I'm like, but I'm gonna need some legal documentation. You spin it on, and you're just like, well, how do you like it? All your friggin' hoops I got to jump through. How do you like them? But she's such a narcissist, my ex, that she won't change anything. She's like, these are my rules. And it's like a computer shorting out constantly, fighting against herself. I just sit back and watch, like, well, what's going to happen next with you? Anyway, now Fern is pissed. She thought we would cave, and she'd be getting a free vacation or a child-free week. Now she's getting neither. She had called trying to change her mind, but we said that we would need a legal. I love that. That is exactly what I do. And she would have to cover the cost of rebooking. Oh my God, this is like my life here. All right, here's another one. This is my story, not my story, but it parallels this. Hey, good to see you, Cardino. Thank you for tuning in, brother. Good to see you. Yeah. So here's the story I was trying to tell you. Yeah. So this happened last spring break. I wanted to take my son to see his Well, why not? Why not? I tried to take my son to see his grandmother on her 80th birthday. Now, mind you, she's not doing great. My mom. And my ex would let me do it because it was over the holidays. Now, mind you, it was between December 25th and New Year's. It was like it would have been like the 26th to the 29th or 30th. She wouldn't let me do it. I'm like, it's her 80th birthday. Now, my ex has not taken my son to see her mother, his grandmother, in over 7 or 8 years. I go once a year. I got to go twice last year. This is how I got to go twice last year. First one, I had to change my flight. She wouldn't let her go over Christmas to see my mom. But I over his spring break, I took him. But she wouldn't let me take him like overlap one day or trade a day. So I could only take him on my custody day. So it had to be really short. But I still got him to see his grandma and grandpa, which was great. Then she floats this idea out. She's like, hey, because I was going to see my mom while she had custody of my son, and I knew she wouldn't let me take him. So I'm like, okay, or my mom and dad. She wouldn't let me take him. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go see him on my own. He's gotten his once a year visit. That's all she'll allow. And so she goes, hey, can you watch him during my custodial time because I have a work commitment? And I'm like, no, I can't. Now, normally all I want to do is spend time with my son, but it's like you never give me anything. You make me rebook flights if it's even an hour over, like your parental, the drop off and everything. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. And she's like, well, how about this? How about I buy him a ticket, and you take him for a longer period of time to see your parents? And I'm like, no, it's because then I have to rebook my flight because I've already booked my flight and then I'd have to change it. So then she goes, okay, I'll buy your ticket and his ticket. And I'm like, all right. So that one I did. I'm like, this is friggin' amazing. Because again, she didn't do it out of the kindness of her heart. She didn't do it so he could see his grandma and grandpa. She did it out of a necessity because she would have gotten fired from her job if she didn't make this meeting that she had to go to. But it worked out in my favor. So he got to see his grandparents twice last year. This year, I'm hoping I can get him to see once. But I will find a way because they're both older. I don't know how much longer they got, but it's funny. Yeah, this kind of mirrors this stuff. Yeah, I've lived this, buddy. You are not the asshole. You were just doing the best you can with a psycho. Now Fern's pissed because she thought we would cave. Okay, now she's tried to call change your mind and said that we would need legal documents. Granny's gay. That's what she did to her. Good. Fern says we are punishing her kids for miscommunication. No, she's the one doing it. Her kids get screwed, just like my son does when he doesn't get to see his grandparents. But this is all on her, and she's gonna have to have these kids around. She's not gonna get everything she wanted. Good. Unlicensed therapist. My nephews are disappointed. Yeah, but that's the other thing. Let them know what's going on. Just explain the situation. This is what happened. This is why can't take you. Why we're not taking you. This is what your mom wants. This is what it's like dealing with your mom. I come from that school because you have to. When you're dealing with a crazy person, you got to you want to see the email? I lay it out for my kid. I'm like, hey, you want to know what's going on? You can ask me. Because God only knows what she says to him. I'm like, I'll show you the documentation, buddy, if you want to see it. Fern said we're assholes. No, you're not. Just for canceling the kids' vacation and not negotiating more. Negotiating. My ex loves to negotiate. One-sided, of course. I don't think there was anything to talk about. Now, you're right. I didn't want to deal with cops or court. You're right. Yeah, she's a lunatic. She threatened both. Yeah, she's got no legs to stand on. We simplified our trip. We'll have a blast. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. But I'll tell you, this one brought up a lot of inner things I obviously need to deal with. Because I'm like, I'm still mad, I'm still mad about it. By the way, I'm hit the like and subscribe button. What the hell's the matter with you? Hit the like and subscribe button. Mark says, the single most important thing to do in life is to discern and find the truth for yourself, for it is the way of God. Yeah, I agree. I'm a very much a do unto others as you would have done unto you kind of person. And find the truth for yourself. Hopefully it's a good truth. It's not like that dopey teenager, 20-year-old's truth of I got to marry a billionaire, and so I'm going to sleep with everybody at the bars. Uh, thank you. Thank you, Truth. Well, things seem to be going very well right now. I'm very happy. I'm very blessed, and I know it. And I count my blessings every day. I have an amazing boy. I have an amazing life. I just had to get rid of my ex to make that. It's just so night and day different. Like I think when you're when you're in it, you don't realize how bad it is until you get out of it and you have some perspective. You're like, what the? How did I put up with all that for that long? You just become. I think you just become used to it. You just become used to it. All right, here's what do we got here? Am I the asshole for sending my child's father's job his mugshot? Yeah, I think so. I'm sending my child's father. She's never obviously not your husband anymore, baby daddy. I would say probably yes. Most likely yes. I'm not 100% on it, but I feel like there's a high potentiality that you are in fact the asshole. Thank you, TV Green. TV's doing a great job of moderating tonight. Thank you, brother. All right, here we go. I already know this is going to get a bunch of responses telling me that I'm the asshole. Yeah, well, you are. So you already know you're the asshole for even being with this guy or having a baby with him. But the fact of the matter is, my baby is here, and despite my poor choices, she is a blessing. Well, yeah, kids are. Kids. All kids do is get born. Hopefully, that's a whole other topic. But all kids do is get born, and they come. They're these beautiful creatures. They're basically these clean slates, and then we kind of fuck them up, unfortunately. Again, go back to that 20-year-old. Anyway, I'm 32 female. Share a 2-month-old with my now ex, 36. He doesn't financially contribute a thing. Okay. Again, you slept with the guy. You had a kid with him. You didn't pick up on any of this stuff. Like I don't feel like any of this really comes as a surprise, or should. He has a financial obligation to pay child support to his ex. So he already had another baby mama with whom he shares his 2-year-old son, and that drains him. And I pay for all outings. He brought my daughter a $10. I thought you were going to say $10 pack of cigarettes, but that's too cheap for cigarettes these days. $10 pack of diapers over 3 weeks ago and hasn't brought formula since February 11th. He's not going to. I mean, he's at his wit's end. He's already paying out to the other one, or maybe he isn't. You're not high on his priorities. I think you better get used to, being a one woman show, so to speak. There's a lot of resentment there because he certainly makes sure that he pays the child support and prioritizes weekends with his son. On top of, so it's more, he likes the other one better. So you're angry about that, or maybe what it might be too. The real reason, and I'm just put this out there, is that he gets along better with the other baby mama than he does with you. I think probably that one's older, and so maybe they were together longer. Maybe likely they were. They click a little better, even though maybe she hates him a little less because time's passed. You're a little fresher. You don't want to deal with you, so he prefers her, and I think that, and it kind of upsets you. And again, what he's doing is not right by any stretch of the imagination. He's completely wrong at doing it, but that's what the first thing that jumps out to me. On top of not being financially helpful with our daughter, and he might, he sounds like a dick anyway, so he might just like boys better. Like, yeah, I could play baseball. I don't want to play dress up with her. Fuck that shit. And then I got to see that chick. No thanks. You pick the loser. Here's what you can do. Don't expect anything from him. If you get something from him, good. If you pursue what legal recourses you need to get the money from him. Don't make it an obsession because it's just not. It's going to be tough. It's like getting water from a stone, pretty much. And find yourself a better man. That's what you should be focused on. Or, a better job, or both. How about that? Anyway, he recently asked me to borrow $200. I hope you didn't give it to him. Please, for the love of God, tell me you didn't give it to him. He has a battery charge because my mom pressed the charges on. Why didn't you press charges on him? You were enabling this guy. Long story short, the day after I got out of the hospital, I got into an argument with his mother after she repeatedly disrespected me. Oh my God, you sound like a peach too. You guys are perfect for each other. Even accusing me of lying that my baby wasn't her son's. Oh my God, you guys are. It's like fucking white trash fiesta over here. Without a second thought, my baby's father immediately threatened me. Said that you're making fun of his mama. I think that's probably the only thing he loves in life. My mom heard that and got in his face, and that's when he hit my mom. Okay, yeah. You should thank God your mom did something. Why didn't you do something? Why didn't you get the restraining order? You know, holy crap. It seems as though the three of them were fighting, but he claims that he was just trying to break up the fight. He wasn't. My mom eventually believed him. She's as gullible as you are. But this is after she decided to press charges, so now it's out of her hands. Good. So the $200 that I loaned him was so that he could pay for his lawyer. So you think you're giving him money? He punched your fucking mom. He punched your mom and you gave him $200 for it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 if you punch somebody's mom in the face. That's just my rule of thumb. Yeah, you're a fucking disaster. You're not only the asshole, you're a train wreck. You're both train wrecks. I don't know, yeah, you're just a friggin' train wreck. All right, enough of this. This woman's a disaster. I can't. Jesus. All right, I'll go last paragraph. We decided I'll go out and eat. You and the mom puncher to meet his son and our baby. So you went to meet his son. I ended up having to pay for it. Of course, that's why I brought you. I let it go because I was enjoying the family time. Oh my God, you are a doormat to be walked over. The next day, he went to drop his son off to his mother, and he was gone for hours. Yeah, because he likes her better. He just wanted a free dinner. And I called to ask where he was. He said he went home. That pissed me off because it gave me the impression that since you still love him, you still love this loser. Since he was done with his obligation with his son, he didn't have to be a father anymore. He left me with my 2-month-old hanging while he went to go lay down. I admit I was drinking wine that evening while we were arguing on the phone. He ended up calling me out by my name. I told him to stop disrespecting me, and if this continued while we were on the phone, I sent a screenshot of his mug shot from the battery arrest to his job. I was fed up, but I was feel as though I went too far. Am I the asshole? Yeah, you're. I don't see you making any better choices with men. You still like this guy. You still put up with him. He punched your mom in the face. You gave him $200 for it. You're a fucking disaster. I have deep concerns for your daughter's future. Your whole family except for maybe your mom with the black eyes, is an absolute train wreck. I hope your daughter has someone come into her life to give her some kind of stability and sense of purpose. I don't think it's going to be you. Is it a little harsh? Maybe. But yeah, you're the asshole. Maybe it is. Other baby mama threatens court. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's fucking, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. This is family, man. The fuck? Talk about a train wreck. All right. Let's keep rocking and rolling. By the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. Everybody does it, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Trust me. Trust me. Hey, some tried 1775 coffee. Now's your shot. The 1775 starter kit just dropped only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold dark roast that hits hard, the smooth medium roast, and the Vitality mushroom coffee for clean energy, laser focus, and no crash. All single origin, small batch, toxin free, and best off, mold free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't served with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's opinions, and a black 1775 tumbler. $170 worth of coffee and gears, yours for just 99 bucks. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Well, spoiler alert, it is. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something, just like Rumble does. Get on that 1775coffee.com/studio. There you go. Grab it. There you go. All right. Rocking and a rolling. Again, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. Come on. Just do it. Just do it. All right. There we go. Clear my throat a little bit. Thank you, Judith. Thank you. And she's a disaster. She's a disaster. And thank you for all the comments, everybody. Tell your friends, tell your family about this show. It's a fun show. I love doing it. I'll do one more and then we'll call it a night. How about that? Let me see. Which one should we pick? Oh my God, what a disaster family. It's like there's always themes. Like I don't mean for there to be themes, but there's just themes. Like just a lot of broken families. Sometimes, you read these heartwarming ones, or like where these people are really just, good. But tonight's just been a shit show of losers for the most part. Am I the asshole getting upset at my husband for eating our seal treats. What the hell is a seal treat? I'm going to click on it just to find out what a seal treat is. Is he a big fatty? Just like, you got like a weight issue? Is he like appetite control problems? This one's short, at least. I'd be happy to read it, just if for no other reason than to find out what the hell a seal is, besides something that mean guys club in Alaska. Not Alaska, no, North Pole. I'm 27, female. Made a handful of little. Oh, okay. Here you go. Made a handful. You should have made more than a handful. There was your first mistake. You know your husband's got an appetite. I made a handful of little seal mochi treats to celebrate International Seal Day with my husband. Why? What's the deal with the seals? That's more interesting to me than anything about your husband eating a bunch of your little seal goodies. But anyway, so you're celebrating International Seal Day. I guess you like seals. 27 male. That's your husband. You're 27 female. When we started dating, we would pass. Okay, now I understand. When we started dating, we would pass TikToks of seals back and forth with each other. So you both like seals. And who doesn't really? We both find them cute. They are. And they have a special place in our relationship. Okay, so far this is cute. It starts out cute, but it's about to get ugly in very short order because there's not a lot to this one. So when I saw it was International Seal Day on the 22nd of March, is that today? Hey, happy International Seal Day, everybody. If you're on the Western time zone, if you're on the East Coast, you missed it. You missed your opportunity to make a seal, a mochi. So when I saw it was International Seal Day on the 22nd of March, I decided to make some little treats to celebrate. I found a TikTok with a recipe for mochi that looked like seals. They were adorable. All right. I made 2 of them. You made 2? You got to make more than 2. You got to make at least 4. 1 to eat, and then 1 you can, like, I don't know, frame or something. But 2? It's not a handful. It's 2. A handful is like 5 or 10, or, it's like as much as you can fit in your hand. 2 is 2. It's not a handful. False advertising, lady. Anyway, they were adorable. I made 2 of them, 1 for each of us. It's not a handful. I wanted to surprise him when he came home and enjoy them together. I mean, that's cute. I like the idea. I'm most upset about this over your characterization as it being a handful, as 2 being a handful. It's not a handful. Stop it. Just stop it. I think you need therapy just for that. I'm kidding. All right. So anyways, after explaining why I made them, my husband just said, well, you can always make more. Wait, hold on. I missed a critical part. All right, here we go. Oh, I see where I jumped ahead. Okay, here we go. So the plan is you're going to eat them together. I had to leave to run an errand, and he'd gotten home before me. When I walked in the house, I saw he had eaten both of them. That is a dick move. It is a dick move. I mean, you made them, like, he should have, like, to not acknowledge them at all, to just be like, oh, okay, you gotta, like, hide them from him, introduce them to him like a small child. A little impulse control there. But yeah, he should have definitely checked in with you. He just came up and ate them. Although, how big were they? I mean, they're probably like these little, I'm because you're saying you get 1 for each. I'm assuming, and I'm saying it's not a handful because they're going to be big size, but maybe you made them like friggin' that small. Maybe you made them like Raisinets. Maybe they're Raisinette seals. I mean, Raisinette kind of looks like a seal if you give it some eyes. Maybe they're that size. Like, oh, look at these 2 little tiny pieces of chocolate lying on here. Must have fallen out of a bag of chocolates. I think I'll eat them. So I feel like this one may be on you, lady. Anyway, said he had to run and leave and run an errand, and he'd gotten home before me. When he walked in the house, he saw that I saw that he'd eaten both of them. I was very upset after explaining why I'd made them. My husband just said, "Well, you can always make more." That's a stupid thing to say. It's disrespectful. It's rude. The correct response from someone who doesn't want to get in a fight with their wife would be, "I'm sorry. I had no idea. Oh my God, I'm so sorry." It wouldn't be, "Well, you can always make more." That's how you start a fight, which, look, he did. After that, I lost my head. Yeah, well, I don't know what he thought you were going to say that was going to be good after he said that. I started yelling it wasn't appropriate. I agree with you. But, well, he didn't know. But what's really the problem here is the way he responded to you. That's where I have the issue. Eating your 2 little tiny morsels. He didn't know any better. It's a big dumb oaf, a hungry one at that. And he came home from work. He's probably hungry. It's like, where's dinner? Oh, look at these 2 little things. I like these. This will hold me over till tuna. After that, I lost my head. I started yelling. It wasn't appropriate. but I was really mad he didn't even seem to care. Yeah, that's what I figured. And then he accidentally ruined a cute moment I was planning. He did. Yeah, it was an accident. But his reply to you is, I think, what pissed you off, and I don't blame you for being mad. But I'm starting to think I overreacted. Am I the asshole for getting upset with our husband? You're not the asshole, but you're wrong getting upset with him for eating the candy because, again, it sounds like they were tiny little pieces of chocolate. He didn't know any better. But you have a right to be angry about him being, you can always make more. That's a fucking douche move. That's just not cool. You don't say that shit to someone you love. Like, you know, that's what set you off. That's what fucking started the kettle going. Right. There you go. In truth, he ate a handful. Yeah, he did. I mean, technically, if they're that small, I mean, I don't know, a handful. Like you go, okay, if I go, hey, you want to, if I reach my hand into a bag of popcorn and I pull out a handful, right? My hand is filled with popcorn. There's even probably gonna be some that falls out onto the floor or onto the movie theater floor. If I reach in a bag of pretzels and I grab a handful, again, my hand is full of pretzels. Now, if there's two little pieces of chocolate and I take both of them, that's not a handful. That's a scoop. I'm scooping. It's a scoop. It's not a handful. It's a difference. We need to address that. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. TV Great's exactly right. Yeah, most of these are like 100 ways to start a fight. Yeah, that's a great. That should be number. We wouldn't make it number 1, but it could be number 20 or number 32. Ways to start a fight. Well, you just make more. Boom, there you go, off to the races. That's not a bad idea, TV Green. 100 ways to start a fight with your spouse. I like it. It'd make for a good book. Yeah, it'd make for a good book. A scoop only applies to raisin. Yeah, you might be right on that. The truth, a scoop. But what else is it? Like, if I'm picking up 2, it's not a handful. It's just not. I'm scooping them up. It's not a scoop. You're right. I don't know what to call it though. What am I doing? There's a piece of chocolate and I pick it up. Just picking up a piece of chocolate. I'm picking up 2 pieces of chocolate. I'm just picking it up. I think I'm just picking it up. It's not a handful. I think it's its own thing. I think I'm just picking it up. You're right. I'm not scooping it. I mean, I'm kind of scooping, but now you're right. I think we got to leave that to Raisin Bran. Yeah, why not TV? It sounds like a good idea. All right, listen, I love you all. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Thank you for tuning into the show. Please tell your friends and family about it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I have a great time doing this as always. I'll be back Wednesday for sure, 10 o'clock Pacific time, doing it again. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you, Rumble, for giving me a place to do this. I love it. Thank you, TV Green, for doing such a great job moderating. Thank you, The Truth, for tuning in, and everybody else who's tuning in here as I kind of roll through the credits. Judith, thank you so much. Yeah, everyone should have their problems. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, some people's problems are really, I call them princess problems. And me and my son joke about it now. Like some dumb shit. Like, princess problems. Good night, Judith. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. Was that Paul Simon? Is that Simon and Garfunkel? I think, or just Simon. I think it's Simon and Garfunkel. But yeah, you're right about that too. But thank you for tuning in, everyone. God bless you all. Have a great day. And I will be back here. And shout out to Dan. Get well soon, my friend. Cardino, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. Upon the Horizon. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. And yeah, that's it. I'm off. God bless you. I will see you all when? I don't know. Next Wednesday. Shit, Wednesday's a crazy day. I'm headlining at Flappers. If you're going to be in Burbank, you can check me out around 8:35 at Flappers. I'll be headline setting over at the Yoo-Hoo Room. And then I'll be doing a show in Ventura on the 18th of April, which I'll tell you more about as it gets closer. All right, everyone. God bless you. Have a great day. Thank you. And I will see you back here Wednesday night at 10 Pacific. Bye for now. Ahern out.